The hottest pop culture stories of the day, like, oh my gosh, Tiger Woods, breaking news. Plus, David Beckham probably isn't crying about this, but maybe he should be. This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Mike. We kicked off the day today finding out that Tiger Woods was involved in a 2-vehicle car accident, and it was a rollover accident.
Oh, this feels very deja vu-y.
It should, because, yes, this is the same thing that played out, I think, 4 years ago. His Range Rover, I guess, was going at a very high rate of speed down the street. He clipped a car and rolled his vehicle, according to law enforcement. They then went on to tell us that while everybody involved is feeling okay, they're healthy, they're safe, no injuries, Tiger Woods has been arrested and booked for DUI, for resisting, I believe, and also destruction of property.
Resisting arrest, too?
I believe that is what I saw. I don't have the official word here, but yeah, there's 3 different things. And I will say they did do an alcohol test on the scene, and he registered a 0.00. So again, this is, they did say in the press conference, the sheriffs, that it's believed he was not under the influence of any alcohol, rather medication.
Oh, like literally this is the same thing that he did, because that was the case 3 years ago. It was medication.
Almost exactly. Yeah.
That he was on. Okay. All right. So say that this is going to be the case again,
yeah.
Right? At what point do we say, okay, I have a problem?
Yeah.
Or do we go, okay, am I only doing this so that I can continue to golf because the Masters is coming up? And so now I'm using this too heavily. But again, it goes back to I have a problem and I can't just keep self-medicating or doctor medicating at this level, because clearly I'm a bit of a hazard to myself and the people around me if I'm behind a vehicle, like if I'm behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I will say this. At this point, TMZ is like, we need somebody always in Jupiter and also at Donna Kelsey's house in case she does another door renovation.
Because you never know.
But it seems so obvious. It felt so obvious a couple years ago. It was the early in the morning. He was off to something and the speeds he was going was crazy and his reaction time was so delayed.
Yes.
And you're going, okay, then you can't drive. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I know you have every resource in the world, like including, and I'm not going to get political, but he's also got the president claims to be his best friend.
Right.
So doesn't it feel a little weird when you're dealing with this again? And what are the consequences? Like, I don't know if your everyday person is rolling cars over because they're on medication and if they're choosing to drive still.
Mm-hmm.
So we had, let me fill this in because there's 4 different incidences with cars and Tiger Woods. We have the one that we were just talking about right now.
Yeah.
But then 5 years ago now, which, wow, that's 5 years ago. February 23rd is when he had a single vehicle accident in California. This is when he was promoting the Genesis Open, driving a Genesis they gave him. He was traveling at 87 miles an hour in a 45 mile an hour zone.
Jeez.
Had the inability to navigate the turn, required surgery, and that is why he is dealing with the leg injuries he's dealing with now.
I remember that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at that time, they did say there was no evidence of impairment or intoxication. No charges were ever filed. Now, 10 years ago, he passed out around 3 a.m. behind the wheel driving on Military Trail, a major road in Palm Beach Gardens, and he was found to have both prescription drugs and marijuana in his system, and he did plead guilty to reckless driving and agreed to a plea deal. And then back in 2009, he crashed into a fire hydrant at his neighbor's yard in the middle of the morning at a private golf community. It was the day after Thanksgiving.
Lest we forget, his ex-wife also smashed the hell out of his car once.
That was it. That was the one.
Yeah.
That was in 2009
Great.
when she
That's the best one.
Yep, that's the one.
Sorry, this isn't funny. That thing is funny.
That part's funny.
Yeah, Tiger Woods, you've got a problem.
Yeah.
How does this man have a license still?
Either, like, it's almost crazier if you're like, all of this was sober. Like, that's when you go, okay, then you are a reckless driver. You're making awful decisions.
Yeah.
But we know it's not. Like, that's what's crazy. We go, so...
We're going to pretend?
I think we are. I think that's what happens with Tiger Woods. And I feel awful because you want to know what it is when people are enabled and there's no consequences for their actions, why would they change? Like, what would go, I need to change something when you go, everything's fine for him?
Yeah. I don't know. You're right. Oh, well, we'll see what happens with this. At least I would think at this point, something happens. But you're right, Mike. I mean, he's dating the president's son's ex-wife.
Correct. Yeah.
So, like, he's in pocket with people who are very influential.
Yeah, and we actually saw him golfing again on live television. That was back on Monday night. They've got the TGL, it's called, the Future of Golf, or the Golf, whatever it's called. But it was this league where they do indoor simulators. The Kelsey brothers were there a couple weeks ago. It's a fun experience. Tiger was golfing in it. He was limping a lot, but he was golfing in it. And there was a belief he wanted to try to make a return to the Masters. I got to imagine that's clearly out of the picture now, as if we're 3 weeks away from it.
Yeah, we done.
That's not happening. So there you go.
Thanks for the update.
Okay, David Beckham.
Heard of him? What is this, Athletes Row? Like, what are we doing here?
One goat to another.
Right? Two people that I kind of forgot played sports. Is that a good sign? David Beckham, who we know as a football player, because, I'm European. They claim that he can't stop crying at the slightest little thing amid estrangement from beloved son Brooklyn. Now, a part of me goes, this probably isn't true. As we know, Brooklyn, they're David Beckham and Victoria Beckham's son. They've had some friction with the family. They've even come out and said, Brooklyn's like, I don't want to be part of the family anymore. Here's why.
I've gotten my tattoos removed and covered that are odes to my family members.
Exactly. And it feels like, okay, I think he's 27. Yes, a 27-year-old. And I go, I could see as a dad him really struggling with this. And maybe he should be emotional. But the thing is, the Beckhams are as English as they come. And also have their own things going. And also have other kids. And also, this is their adult son who wouldn't be in the house anyways. And so, like, a part of me was like, but maybe he should be. Like, maybe he should be a little sadder. And maybe that's, like... a part of me, I mean, I don't love the whole Brooklyn Beckham complaining and crying about every little thing about his family.
Yeah.
But you know that he wants a reaction, and he probably wants his parents to show that they care or noticed that he's gone.
Am I crazy? Or did David cry a few times in the two documentaries that we saw around the Beckhams?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he is a weeper. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's posh. Victoria never
She's
found
not
a tear.
crying.
Never
No.
in her life.
She also knows it causes wrinkles, so she doesn't move her face.
True. I actually think there's some validity here, that it is really devastating to him that his baby boy doesn't want to hang out with him on a level of being a dad, being a weeper, but also being somebody who's like, what do you mean? Because things just work for them.
Yeah.
They're like, he's one of the best soccer players of all time. He's been knighted. His wife was a Spice Girl. They're bajillionaires. They've got beautiful children. What do you mean, one of my kids? Like, he's not used to having things not work out on that level.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of see it.
I mean, it's all stems from there was a performance that Cruz Beckham was putting on, and I guess the song Loneliest Boy played, and that's when Beckham lost, or that's when David Beckham lost it.
Yeah, because that song's about his brother, for sure.
And you remember when he posted the thing that he posted just recently, or when he joined that talk show right after Brooklyn made that post about his family, he was in tears saying how proud he was of his children. Like you were saying, on the reality show on Netflix, he was bawling when he was talking about his affair with Victoria Beckham that happened back in 2003.
Without even calling it an affair.
Exactly. They didn't, but reliving that trauma.
Discretion maybe was said.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, you're right.
He's
and
a weeper.
I kind of had the thought of like maybe he's suppressing it, but maybe he should be crying. And you're right. Maybe he is. Maybe he's crying every chance he gets. And I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I can't imagine a world where Go-Go isn't my 3-year-old who grows up, isn't talking to me. Especially at one point, this was their only kid, like before the other ones were born. So like there's a specialness of that. Like you might be our only kid for a while.
I don't know. I think he's a weeper.
He's a weeper. I love that for him then.
Hey, the Mormon wives. You guys, I think I'm done with Utah. I think we need to be done because it's like what?
Shut your mouth. Salt Lake City Real Housewives are amazing.
You're fine. I'm done with the Mormon wives and all of that drama because it is like watching high school, but with like lip injections and money. It is absolutely insane.
And dirty sodas.
And without alcohol. Okay, so first we've got Taylor, Frankie, Paul, and The Bachelorette and all of that chaos we're not even going to dive back into. Then we have Jessie Draper, who we talked about yesterday. She was just on Call Her Daddy talking about her terrible divorce from her husband, who she said there's like a mental abuse allegations going on. Now, Jessie Draper, who again was just talking about her divorce, was making out with her friend and co-star's ex-husband, Chase.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
No.
Yes. So there's this Chase McWhorter guy, which apparently is the only man in all of Salt Lake City because everybody be hooking up with him.
Like that. They're like, you have one choice.
That's it. He was married to Miranda, okay? Miranda and Chase have 2 kids together. They get a divorce. I guess Jessie decided that's the guy I'm going to go make out with, even though I'm on a show with his ex-wife and friends with his ex-wife and I just got a divorce. Then this Chase guy, this like next weekend, is at some silent disco, make your own jokes, making out with some other Mormon wife lady who is not on the show, but is like a super popular social media influencer. I think her name's like Ivy Blue, not to be confused with Blue Ivy. Anyway, he must be the only man in Salt Lake City.
This is so insane.
And like, what do you mean you as an adult woman with children are going to choose to make out with your friend's ex-husband, who, by the way, you probably know is like a jerk because they're divorced. And we know this happened because she sent Miranda flowers and Miranda showed those like the little note that came on the flowers. And it said, I completely understand you being upset with me, but wanted to send you a little something to let you know I'm thinking about you and I'm so, so sorry. Jessie.
No.
Oh, boy.
No.
It's just dirty.
It's incestual. And I know it's not literally incestual, but it is. It's like, I can't imagine a world where my friend divorces somebody and I go, there's another option on the table. No.
And Miranda went further, basically confirmed this. She did a Get Ready With Me video. And it said, get ready with me while I process my friend group being a waiting room for my ex-husband. Heart hands. And then in the she said in the comments, it's not even betrayal at this point. It's a tradition.
Whoa. Shots fired. Actually, shots received. I don't get it. And also, I don't get it. Jessie, you just got out of a really toxic relationship. And I know you're probably just hooking up and having fun. There are so many men. Apparently drive 5 miles in any direction. Drive anywhere.
She was like, no, it's the Great Salt Lake. It's all dried up. Can't.
I can't. I will not. These are my options. No, doll.
Are we seeing them try to find a storyline to get filming back on track?
Mike, that's a great point because that's how they got this to begin with. Yes. That's how they got this Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is all on the online drama that went down when they had the swinging scandal.
The soft swinging of it all. So again, are we just trying to say, hey, the whole Taylor, Frankie, Paul stuff, let's forget about that. We've got now Jessie and Chase drama. Perhaps.
This is what we need.
So you're saying I'm not done with it?
You're not done with it. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
The only way I'm going back to the well, a.k.a. the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which honestly I've dabbled even in this season. I don't have respect for myself or my time. But the only way I would go back is, okay, Kendall, when this all first initiated, like when they were initiating this show, there were women in Taylor, Frankie, Paul, and there was like 3 other couples that were doing the soft swinging.
Yeah.
At the time when they were making this show, they said, these other girls, these other women, we can't have them on TV. Like Taylor, Frankie, Paul made the cut. And the other ones are like, these people are too scandalous, or like we pulled up something in their background. Like they are not on the show.
But Taylor, Frankie, Paul was okay?
What?
Yes, you guys. You didn't know this? Yeah, the real swingers that were part of the swinging group aren't in the show. Aren't in the show at all. Let's find them.
Yep.
Yeah. I want them.
Like, if they were decided they couldn't be on the show,
yeah,
there's some crazy things in their socials or something where you go, Where are they now?
Well, one of our favorites, she ain't coming back. She done. Whitney Levitt sold the house. They put their house in Washington, Utah up for sale officially as of yesterday. She's making it huge on Broadway. She did Dancing with the Stars. People loved her. Her character arc went boom.
In Chicago.
And then in Chicago, she made the musical's highest box office records in its 29-year history. So they extended her run as Roxy Hart. She's going to be in a new movie called All for Love. It's a holiday rom-com. But she and her family, they moved to New York.
And Kendall, keep in mind, they moved back from Hawaii to be on The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, yeah.
They moved to Hawaii originally because her husband, I want to say, is his name Connor or did I make that up?
I don't know.
Either way, Whitney's husband had been known for being on the apps for a same-sex dating app.
Connor, yep.
Connor.
Oh.
So, I'm telling you, obviously we've got big problems in this world, but one of them has always been the story outside of the narrative being told on The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is easily the most entertaining thing.
It's wild to me. Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're great decision makers.
You think?
And, keep in mind, because people are like, these are 20-something-year-olds or 30-year-olds. They're like teenagers because of the way they are raised. They're raised in a very religious community. Not really told that they can do anything. And only recently are some of them even being like, oh, I can have my own checking account kind of vibe. And so we're watching them go from pretty much being 12 to 30. And they've got a lot of skeletons in the closet. And it's almost like, again, they cashed in on these people and tried to make a buck. And you go, well, I think you knew that there was problematic stuff here.
Well, if you're like me and you're a Zillow nosy person, in case you're wondering, she and her husband Connor bought the home in 2025, so a year ago, for $915,000, and it's listed right now for $899.90.
I feel like that's a reasonable.
They're losing a little money.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
It's Hot to Blow.
At this point in Hot to Go, we head on over to Mike Ganger, the blind item expert. What secret on the internet might be the next to blow?
Speaking of somebody who was, maybe taken advantage of at a young age for money, Britney Spears.
I've heard of her.
Is who we're going to be talking about in this Hot to Blow story because she claims there's a bodyguard that is hacking into her iCloud.
What?
Hacking into her accounts.
Like Whitney Houston style, the bodyguard?
There you go. Yes. According to Britney Spears and this, now it feels like it's a cease and desist letter that was obtained by TMZ. It was to her former security guard, Thomas Bunbury. And it sounds like.
Sorry.
No, please.
Bunbury. Continue. Thomas Bunbury.
I don't know. Okay.
It's funny.
Okay, I want to hear this.
I know.
So Thomas Bunbury, reportedly, she claims that he gained access to her devices and to her iCloud account without authorization. In fact, this happened after he was fired.
Ooh.
Now, the Hot to Blow story, the deepest circus spots of the internet story is she might want to go after this guy. She's not going to get too far because the people on her team that are in charge of going after him are the people on her team who told him to do it. If you want to believe the blind items.
Why would they want him to go through her iCloud?
This is pushing a whole narrative that she hasn't really controlled her social media or any of her stuff for a very long time. And she's continually being controlled by her team, by her management. Again, it's a narrative as old as time around Britney Spears and the conservatorship.
I will say this. If she's not controlling her social media, what choices are they making? Why would they be making these choices? It's giving
because they want her to be in a conservatorship again. I don't know.
And to that point, why did her accounts randomly get shut down from time and time again? This has happened. How many times has she just deleted Instagram or deleted whatever? And then, Britney's back once again. So,
deleted or reported.
Well, there's that too.
Sometimes they'll kick you out when you show a nipple.
According to these documents, it sounds like this is more of just this is a warning shot at Thomas Bunbury saying, hey, by the way, if you don't either hand over or admit or just basically not do anything with this information that you might have obtained from illegally going into her iCloud, we are going to come after you. If you just forget about it, maybe we won't come after you. Again, it's kind of the vibe it's giving. He apparently broke an NDA that he signed as well for communicating with fans and media outlets about Britney Spears after he was let go. There's a couple different layers here.
This woman, I would not, all the fame, all the money, all of the success she had in the 90s and early 2000s, I wouldn't want any of it for the life she lives. Like, it has not been, no wonder she has these psychotic breaks because she can't trust anybody, not her family, not her ex-husbands. Like,
that's Kendall. That is such a good point.
Security.
Yeah.
That's such a good point, Kendall, because like we are born into going, I know for sure I can trust my sister, my brother, and my mom 100%.
Yes, I have my people.
And then you acquire more as you go. And if you get burnt, like let's say Kendall just, I don't know, hacks into my account and it burns it, I still can fall back on like, Lindsay, help me with this. Like, but what do you do when all you have are all the money and all the resources, but you don't have anyone to trust? Like, how, you can't, late in life, you can't like acquire the whole team. Like, you have to pick them up as you go.
It's so sad. And it's like, even the people I'm paying like for my security, I can't trust. I would have a break too. I'd have many breaks, like, because you wouldn't trust anything or anyone to be real. That is why we've said this before on Hot to Go on this show. We've said she puts so much into her fans. That's why she overshares in a way that you're like, are you okay? Because those are the only people she trusts, even though she doesn't know them.
Yeah.
But she knows that they want to free Britney, that they love her, and that no matter what she does, they'll have her back. And so she overshares her life. It's this like, it's just this cycle. It's awful.
That need for connection and finding it elsewhere because you can't find it in normally the traditional spots, you know?
And her lawyer's basically, again, just echoing to the point here that if you have any copies of what you found on her personal devices, anything that you sent to anybody else, we need to know about it right now. Because you got to imagine, I mean, the stuff she's posted, just imagine what's on her camera roll.
Right.
So there you go. That's our hot tableau story.
It's Hot Mess.
Hot mess goes to Kim Kardashian and Ray J and everybody involved with this sex tape. And I know, listen, I'm not one to jump on the hating Kim Kardashian because she got her start with a sex tape. I don't really care.
I don't care.
I don't care at all. I'm so confused. We had a settlement. It was a secret settlement that's coming out now that in 2023, they resolved all past and future claims regarding the 2007 sex tape. Now, this settlement cost the Kardashians a pretty penny. They gave Ray J $6 million as part of the deal. They signed the agreement. They had it signed also by Kris Jenner and Sonia Norwood, and prohibited all parties from impugning the character or business practices of one another. So the idea was, don't talk about it in any way that is harmful or like accusatory to the other party, right? Mm-hmm. They want to be done with that part. Well, Ray J feels like this agreement has been breached because on the Hulu show, The Kardashians, they recently had been talking about the sex tape. He's like, now all bets are off. And that's why we're finding out about all of the things around the secret agreement, because this is coming out in this case, is why Ray J's like, I am suing you because you talked about this.
Oh my God. I don't know what legal ground he has to totally stand on, though, only because, and obviously he has enough that they settled something with him, right? Like, or they just don't want to deal with it. But number one, $6 million is like nothing to them. He was a billionaire. She's like, okay, shut up. Here you go. Here's your piggy bank. It's your piggy bank money. But also, it is interesting because, like, if she just said, if let's say like Chloe was talking to her and was like, oh yeah, remember the sex tape? And that was it. And that's what they're going off of. I feel like this is just something that Kim's like, I just don't want to litigate. I don't want to go through this anymore. I want to be done. Which she said so many times on the show. She's like, I just want it to be done. And unfortunately for her whole life will be bankrolling this man.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a lot else going for him. But if it's to her, if she's like, all right, $6 million, fine. That'll at least shut him up, hopefully, for the next 4 years.
I want to know exactly. Like, that's where I'm at, where I'm going, what was the exact quote? I would love to see the clip said, because it's something that was in their past and it's in their narrative. So it's like, I don't think the agreement says you cannot talk about it.
Like, ever.
It's you can't mention the other party in a negative light, because we've agreed that we're not going to attack each other anymore.
And again, until we actually see it in writing, this is the same Ray J who basically said, no, we all sat down in a room with, wasn't it, whatever, there was a porn production company that they sat down in the room with. We hashed out what this agreement was going to be like, what the percentages were going to be. And the Kardashians are like, that never happened. None of that ever happened. So who knows? It could just be Ray J being Ray J.
I literally think Kim's like, here's your carrot.
Go away.
Go ahead.
What do you guys think? Does Kim Kardashian absolutely need to never talk it about again? Or does Ray J, I don't know, need to get a job? Tell us what you think in the comments. We'd love to hear it, because Hot to Go is on YouTube.